Yeah, I'm just posting a video in response to, I think it was Undefeatable or something like that. He commented on the post that I did, I think maybe a month or so ago or a couple of weeks or so ago about Jaylove and the child molestation type of issue here. And for some reason, I don't know, it seems like you're having he's having a hard time understanding why it's wrong to think that having sex with someone under 18 would be something that society would see as unfavorable. I'm not gonna go back over my video again because, like I say, the first one that I posted, pretty much it explained everything that I had to say regarding um the thoughts and views as to why society thinks that it's wrong. It's not just an opinion of myself. It's also something what society says. And one thing about it is that if it's so right, then why would they have to make a law about it to say to stay away from someone that's underage, even though they would consent to sex? One thing that that you fail to remember, and for some reason it's like you keep arguing with this, that, you're saying this, that, the other, or whatever. I'm saying this. Look, it's wrong. It's not my opinion that it's wrong. It's wrong because there's laws against it. If you are okay with it, you go and have sex with as many underage young ladies or what have you that you want, and then when the authorities find out about it, if it's so right, then I guess they'll lock you in jail because it's not so right. You got to understand is that out of everybody that expressed their opinion about it, and say that it's wrong, you want to come and jump on my case about it and try to argue up and down with me, to try to figure out and get into my mind as to why I think that it's wrong. First of all, again, I'll bring it up again, morality. If you don't have any morals, then I would expect for you to think like that. You sound halfway educated, which I guess is a good thing, but when you sit there and try to use that education and that eloquent speech that you have to try to convince me that sleeping with underage girls is right, then it doesn't matter how eloquent you speak because you speak of ignorance. You're dumb. And you can take that in any way that you want because to me it really doesn't matter. I've already spoken on the issue and I've already given my say on the issue. You should just leave it at that. One thing about it is that for somebody to even sit there and even consider, it doesn't even matter what a young person. You have a lot of young people these days saying that they're ready for this, that, and the other. They may say so, but mentally they are not capable of handling such an action. One thing about it, it's already bad enough that we are disrespecting women in general, but one thing about it, why would you sit there just because you're messed up in the mind doesn't mean that you have to go and mess somebody else up. And see, one thing about it is that once you touch an innocent soul like that, you've messed them up for the rest of their lives. You never know. They may never be able to carry on another relationship for the rest of their lives because of what you did in that one moment. It doesn't matter what a young lady says, I'm ready for this or what have you. One thing about it is that if the law tells you to keep your genitals and your hands off of them, regardless of what they say, then you should obey the law and do so. To do otherwise means that you're asking for trouble, that you deserve to be locked up under the jailhouse. That's all that I'm saying. And one thing about it is that you can sit here and argue and try to reason, but there is no reasoning in this. If you want to sleep with an underage girl, then I suggest you pack your bags and move outside of the United States, where that stuff may be legal, just like prostitution and everything else. How dare you come and try to challenge my views on that, because it's not going to change. If it was so right, you would have a lot of people on his video saying, yeah, that's right. You only had a handful of people that commented on Jadaquan's video saying that that was okay. And then you had other people of both sexes saying that, you know what, I don't think that would be a good thing to do. You're in the minority, like I responded to a post earlier. You're in the minority on this one because no one actually. People have a sense of decency. You do have some people that do still have a sense of decency and respect and morality, but I guess you're not one of them. And every time you send an email or respond to a post, you prove that fact every time. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's okay to have sex with someone that's underage just because they say they're ready. They may think they're ready. But there's a lot of things that go along with the innocent act of sex. Emotions are involved. That realm where, and one thing about it is that it's the issue also too with STDs and stuff like that. Why would you sit there and mess somebody up? Could it be that you cannot even find someone your own age, or maybe you're not on that intellectual level with someone who's your age? and you have to go and stoop down and try to have sex with somebody who you think is more on your level. The question is, what type of idiot are you? What type of maniac are you to sit there and want to corrupt somebody's life like that? Go and get chemically castrated or something. It doesn't matter. Don't touch these young children. They're innocent. It doesn't matter if they say that they're ready. They are not ready for that type of stuff. How dare you? And I'll say that. How dare you try to challenge my views on stuff like this? If it was so right, then why would the United States have to have laws that protect these type of children, saying that if you do that type of stuff, you're considered, or it is considered, statutory rape? Why would you want to damage somebody like that? Coming up here with all of that intellectual talking and stuff like that, but yet still you say a lot, but you're not saying anything that is worth listening to. It's not the fact of me, trying to voice my own opinions about it and stuff like this, the underage factor. I mentioned it. If I didn't mention it, I'm mentioning it now. So you can sit there and view this video and try to find something wrong with it. Because I know that if I don't agree with you in the fact that it would be okay to have an underage or have sex with underage people, it would be all okay. But like I say, it doesn't really matter to me what you say about my video, because like I say, with the first video that I posted along with this, since you cannot seem to drop the issue and move on, I figured that I would have to go and post another video, because I would think that would be the only way to shut you up. But for some reason, you just keep dragging it on and on and on and on. You're not going to change my view, and you're not going to get me to see it any other way, because morally, it's wrong. Now, if you don't have any morals, then I would expect for you to keep dragging this issue on and on and on. I have moved on from the subject. And anybody else who quoted or, participated and posted a response on it, they've moved on. So my question to you is, why do you keep bringing it up? If it's so right, why don't you stop everything right now and just go and sleep with underage girls? And then let the authorities find out about it. Or better yet, catch an STD. Because the same way they're easy with you, like I said in my previous video, they was easy with somebody else. You claim you come off as being so educated, but yet you're so dumb. And that's all I have to say about the matter.